Hey folks, wanted to show you something pretty cool today. As you can see on my front porch here, I've got a huge smattering of Moon custom knives. I have been working my butt off this month trying to get a run of knives, trying to get ready for the fall and for Christmas. And so I've got a whole bunch of knives here. These are going up for sale tomorrow. I'm going to hopefully get this video up here tonight. And because of that, I'm not going to ramble too long on this video. I just want to kind of show you some of the knives that I made here, some of the highlights, some unique stuff in here, and just give you kind of a feel for what I've built this month. There's a mix of Mark 10s and Mark 6s in here. Now, there are been a lot of people asking for Mark 7s. The Mark 7's currently in limbo right now. I'm redesigning it to take the new Stephen Kelly pivots, which I really like. And I found that those pivots are a little bit more maintenance-free than the old style, which work, but you have to keep them at a dead axle, basically by Loctiting them. So these are a little bit easier to maintain, and so I'm kind of redesigning the Mark 7 for that. And so I'm not making any Mark 7s for the time being. When I get them, ready to go, I'll make some more Mark 7s. But until then, I've got the 4-inch knives out. And I also have a couple customized Spydercos in here, which I'll show you in just a second here. But I just want to kind of walk you through some of what I built. The way that I work, I'm a little bit different than a lot of custom knife makers. I've been getting a lot of questions recently about getting on my quote-unquote books. I don't have any books. I just make what I want to make, and then I sell it on my website at the end of the month. And that's been working for me pretty well. So far, since I graduated college in May, I think we sold about 100 knives, which is quite a lot, obviously. It's it's keeping me employed full-time. But anyway, let me just show you kind of what I built here. Like I said, a mix of Mark 10s and Mark 6s. Now, the Mark 6 is kind of my classic model here. I built mostly basically unique grinds and things like that. So this one here is a multi-grind, and this is with a stonewash finish with satin flats here, and this has got orange G10 scales. These are high visibility scales, so this one actually has Moonglow in the back spacer as well as Moonglow in this side of the scale, and has kind of a two-tone finish on the titanium bits to kind of match that blade. I think it looks really good. With the multi-grind here, this is done 100% by hand. I don't use jigs, by the way, guys. I grind freehand, which is the way that I define hand grinding. Jigging is like one step off from machine grinding, in my opinion. It's, you'll never get the same fluid, just really beautiful grind lines as you will if you do it by hand. So while I do kind of screw up most of the multi-grinds, this one here actually came out right, and I took my time on it. It came out just perfect, and looks really good, I think. So multi-grind doesn't really give you much in terms of performance over a standard Tonto, but it's my way of showing off. So there you go. Some Mark 10s here, just to give you the the difference. This is a Tonto Mark 10. This one's very similar to the other one, which I'll show you in just a second. Built a few of these in sort of the bead blasted black sort of layout here, and this has got a purple anodized pivot screw on it, which I think looks pretty cool, just as a little bit of an accent. Let me show you this one here, which I also built. This is a Tonto version as well. This has got some grippy on it, and this one here is more plain. Black on black with the blasted frames here. And then we've got, let's see, I'll show you some more Mark 10s. This is an elite model. The way that I work, I have a sort of a range, just to simplify things a little bit. What you have is the standard plain Jane knives, and then I have some that are a little bit upgraded, and then this is like the no holds barred, crazy high end, what I call the elite models, which is basically no stops taken. It's got a really nice polished green anodized finish here on the edges, and then you'll see the jeweling up on the inside, probably, maybe, I don't know. It is jeweled on the inside. Green anodized pivot. This is jade green G10 with grip texture on it. And then we've also got some Moonglow inlay here in the back spacer, which is pretty cool because it actually glows when you have your blade closed like that. I think is a pretty cool effect. So those are a little expensive, but you know, you get what you pay for. There's a lot more hand fitment involved in those kind of knives. Here's a Warcliff Mark VI. This is one that everybody is always asking me for. More Warcliff knives. They're really popular right now for whatever reason. This is a double fuller Warcliff, and so because of that, it's actually a sterile blade, but characteristically moon looking, you know, angular and beautiful, if you've ever seen the SNL skit there. But so yeah, more high visibility scales. This is done in orange with Moonglow inlay. No inlay in the back spacer here for this one. This is a little bit more affordable knife. You know, all stonewash finishes on the titanium here, and this one was meant to be just sort of like a base model with the Warcliff. So, but with some Moonglow in it, just so you can see the knife. I know it's hunting season coming up. A lot of guys going out hunting, so that's the purpose of these high vis models. Is they can be found pretty easily if you drop them in the woods. I've got a whole plethora of these things over here. Let me just show you some more. This one is another Elite model Mark X, and this has sort of like a an orange peel jade anodized finish on it. Some Moonglow there. I didn't put Moonglow there, but it's got some Moonglow in the scales. And this is a hand golf ball textured pattern here, and this is actually very, very grippy. Jeweling on the inside. I don't know if you can see that there, but it is. Yeah, so this is an Elite model knife. These things flip like crazy too. The Mark X are just, I put a lot of effort into trying to make sure these had the right balance in the blade when they opened, and the dynamics of opening a Mark X, it's just really, really good. So, you know, I always thought the Mark VI was pretty good. The Mark X blows it away. It really is a great, great flipper. Not to say the Mark VI is any slouch, it's not, but the Mark X is just a really, really good knife. Let's see here. Here's another Mark VI. This one I did something a little bit different on. This is just a very standard satin Spanto blade, but you'll notice the handles, I did kind of a wood grain texture on it, and I think it came out really cool. I call this the Will-O-Wisp knife because this is actually glow-in-the-dark kyanite. And it glows really faintly, but it's actually a really cool effect. It's not like super, super bright like Moonglow is. It's a little duller than that, but it's got a really cool effect. It looks like a bog spirit on it. And I've got the same style pocket clip there, so kind of an interesting thing here. It's, you know, one of a kind knife. I've never done this before, so, you know, and I'm probably not going to do it again. Just, you know, an experiment. Just tried it out. Colored the hardware and everything like that too, so I like it. It's pretty cool. Let's see here. Here's another Mark VI. This has got a harpoon tanto blade, which is always popular. These are full Moonglow scales on it. A little bit of an accent there on the pocket clip. I did sort of a chamfer effect here, so it's actually got a bit of a silver thing going on here. Chamfered, done by hand up at the top here. Just make it a little bit more unique. Here's a Mark X. This has got honeycomb pattern scales on it. And for those of you who know me personally, you know that we keep bees here. And we've been keeping bees for a while, so I decided to do something kind of bee-ish themed. So we've got the honeycomb going on there, which I think is pretty cool. And this has got an acid-washed drop point blade. Really nice utility style blade here. Let me show you some of these customized Spydercos while I'm at it. I've got a military, which has got a stone-washed green anodized finish, which is, I think, pretty cool. That toxic green. And the other one I got is a K2. Yeah, this is kind of a new model for Spyderco. Big, big, big knife. And I did kind of a sunset fade anodization on that. That was real popular on the Mark VII, so I decided to do that on this K2. And I anodized all the hardware. So kind of a cool effect. I did carbide plate the lock on this one because they don't do that from the factory at Spyderco. So this has got a carbide plated lock. Get back into the customs here. Check this out. This is kind of a cool knife here. This came out of a request to build a really just kind of a nasty fighting knife. And so I came up with this. This is a double Tonto with a harpoon on it. And the idea is that when a Tonto hits flesh, it creates a high pressure zone right at that area, and it presents a very flat, large cutting edge. So there's actually 2 of those high pressure zones on this, and with the harpoon on there, it actually spreads wounds and thrust cuts as well. So the idea here is that this basically gives you twice the benefit of a Tonto, and also gives you the benefit of the harpoon. This has got satin finished frames on it, and the scales are full moon glow. So kind of cool there. And I don't know, it's one of those funky blade shapes. I don't know if I'll do this anymore. If it's popular, I will, but this is right now one of one. So the only double Tonto Mark VI Moon ever. So it was kind of a unique idea, and I decided to try it out. I did a big while in progress photo shoot thing, and I built this knife in that. This is a Warcliff Mark VI, and it has a 2-tone finish on the blade. Hand contoured scales there, and then it's actually green anodized jeweling up on the inside, and this frames are satin. So kind of a cool 2-tone there going on, and same contoured pocket clip. Contouring does take a little while longer. It's actually kind of a bit of a pain. You'll notice that a lot of the Mark VIs are slab side. Some of them have the chamfered frames. This one here, and also the Will-O-Wisp Mark VI have got contoured frames. A few more Mark X here I'll show you. Here's another Elite model Mark X. This one's in red Kieranite, which I think looks absolutely fantastic. Red and white is my alma mater's colors. I went to NC State, so this is kind of near and dear to me. So red G10 pocket clip and back spacer with the Kieranite scales. Kieranite's protected really well on the Mark X. Again, the scales are still interchangeable, so you can pull these off and put different colors on if you want to. But this is really good for protecting the scales, having this the double bolster here and also the titanium spine. So the Kieranite should be really durable on there. We've got jeweling on the inside, and just a really nice hand rub satin finish on the Tonto blade. Good flipper. A few more. Here's another one with the honeycomb scales. This is actually in a layered G10. It's like a multicam layered G10, so it's actually green down there, which is, I think, a pretty cool contrast. I've got that matched with the green on the back spacer and pocket clip, and I think it's a really cool knife. This is a little bit more tactical style. Again, drop point, acid washed, non-reflective, kind of cool. Here's another tactical Mark X, and this one's got grippy on the scales here, OD green, 2-tone finish on the blade. And this is a matte dark earth anodized frame, but I've also got a flat dark earth coyote brown back spacer here and pocket clip. All the hardware is colored too to make it, again, fit the theme. Not quite non-reflective, but still, tactical type colors, and that's been a really popular one so far. I've shown pictures of this knife to a lot of people, and so far it's been really popular. A few more. Here's another tactical one. This has got a satin blade Tonto with green canvas micarta. And I put some Moonglow dots into the back spacer there so it'll glow a little bit. OD green pocket clip. Really nice knife. This one's cool. I absolutely hate machining micarta though. It's a pain in the butt because it clogs up the machine. And I got a book. Let's see here. We've got this is a premium model Mark X. Spyderco blade on it. Polished G10. And it's got jeweling up on the inside. And we've got some red G10 for the back spacer and pocket clip. I think is a really cool contrast. Stonewash frames, but you get that jeweling up in there, which I think looks really good on this. And then one more. We've got, last is an Elite model, Mark X. And we've got a nice hand-rubbed satin Tonto blade. Mark 10, by the way, really lends itself to the Tonto. But the way that you'll see that these Tontos are done, they have a bit of a curvature to the tip, and they also have a very raked back Tonto. So these actually do very, very well in utility EDC type tasks, by the way. But this has got a nice hand-rubbed satin blade on it. Gold anodized frame, green kieranite, which I think again looks really stellar on here. The kieranite does look really fantastic. Anodized jeweling up on the inside, and then we've got the jade green backspacer and pocket clip, and this one's actually got Moonglow inlays here in the backspacer too. So yeah, that's a lot of knives. Like I said, I have been busy as mess this month trying to get these all done, and you know, I don't want to rant too much longer because I know this has been a long video and everything like that. But I thought I'd show you guys my run of knives here for the month. So I built 17 full customs. Well, a couple more that they were special projects. So I think I wound up with 20 for the month, which is quite a lot of knives. If you guys are familiar with the amount of hours that go into the production of a full custom knife, it really is a lot. So anyway, these are going to be up for sale tomorrow, which is November 2nd, 2014 at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Don't forget to set your clocks for daylight savings time, because I think it does change over at midnight tonight, which is tonight's November 1st. So be there, or be square. These are first come, first served basis, and they'll be up on my website. Like I said, I don't take any custom orders. What I do instead is I'll build these what I think will look cool, and it gives me a lot more creative freedom, and gives me the ability to kind of tailor the knives and the models to what I'm seeing as trends in the industry. And then I'll put those up on my website at the end of the month, and then you can go to my store like any other any other store. It's www.willmooncustomknives.com, and pick out the knife you like and check out with PayPal, and I'll put it in the mail the next day, and you'll get it in 2 to 3 business days. So you don't have to wait for a knife to be made. And you can buy a brand new Moon knife directly from me at maker price. You don't have to go and worry about finding something that's been beat up on the secondary market, or you know, buying something that's inflated at a different price or whatever. I sell direct, and I don't sell through dealers, so you're not paying a 25% markup for the dealer. You're paying me directly. So my pricing, knives are starting this month anyway, starting at $625. I was able to do a few tricks and lower the price a little bit. I don't know if that's where the permanent price is going to stay for the base models. There's not a lot of fat in that price, guys. I mean, that's pretty lean. So it is what it is, and I do appreciate your business. I appreciate all the support, and thanks for watching my YouTube channel. If you have not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. I do realize this is kind of a long video for me anyway, but I'll be coming out with some more content here shortly. And like I said, I appreciate all the support, guys. I can't do it without you, and you know, it really does mean the world to me to be able to pursue something that's been a dream of mine for several years now. So I do appreciate that, and thank you for the business ahead of time. I know there's going to be a lot of people coming out for the sale, and I really do appreciate it. So alrighty, folks, I just want to give you one last flyby here. I've got all the knives laid out. This is 1 month's entire production. This is a lot of work. But I thought it was cool to be able to lay all these out and just kind of give you a little bit of flyby here. Again, we've got Mark 10, Mark 10, Mark 10, Mark 6, Mark 10, Mark 10, Mark 10, Mark 10, Mark 6, Mark 10, Mark 6. You get the idea. And a lot of very cool knives. Again, these are going on sale tomorrow, November 2nd, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I moved the time out by an hour for the West Coast guys. I know it was a little bit early, and for the guys out in Hawaii, if you're interested. And it has been a fun month. One last shot. Man, that is a beautiful sight. Anyway, thanks for all the support, guys. I do appreciate it. And I gotta come up with a better catchphrase when I end my videos. How about this? Illegitimi non carborundum. See you later.